everybody. Welcome. My name is Cam, and you are at Mother Nature Readings, and I am here to give you a message for this week, March 17th through March 23rd. So, Sunday through Saturday. So, let me tell you a little bit about the reading. So, this is about the week, what's coming up in the week. This past week was very highly energetic as far as purging. A lot of emotions are coming up for a lot of different people in my soul group, and it is just making room and clearing out negativity and karmic cycles and such, so then we can move forward into the next part of our manifestations and purposes of our life. So it's so beautiful. So I want to continue um, on that energy to find out what is coming up for this next week for us, and to see also what messages come from the spirit, from divine, for us as a collective. Now, if this message doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. Just check back for next week. This energy could be fluid. It may have just happened, may have be happening for this week, or may be happening in the future. So whenever you do see it, if it does resonate, it is for you. If not, like I said, come back. So I'm going to pull some different energies, chakra, a little bit of crystal energy, oracle card, uh, some ways to meditate, and some divine messages, just for the collective. So just from different decks. If I want to use the books for some of them, I will, just to expand on some of the guidance, for us. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. So first, I've already saged down cards and all of that. So now I'm going to clear the energetic space using sound healing. This is a Tibetan singing bowl. And I'm just going to allow any negativity or anything that would come in to hinder messages coming from the divine to be cleared from this space. Ready? I do have on my crystals here also help us with our reading. So I'm going to pull a few cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot. So, our Creator, benevolent spirits, ancestors, guides, what are the messages for the collective? Three cards. Hmm. Let's get one card. This is from the Tarot, the Four Elements. One card. Fire. Card for meditation. So angels get beings, any light beings, any spirit guides. Yeah. Chakra cards. So which chakra do we need to focus on this week? That's three. The heart, the crown, and the third eye. But let's try again. Let's just do one. So anybody who take that message, if you're feeling blockages, basically here up, you may need to do some work in that area. Just one chakra card for the collective. Solar plexus. It's about our willpower. Okay. This will be for anyone in a divine feminine masculine partnership. One card to represent changes or what's going on in the union for this week. We got two. This is another one for our divine feminines. This is the Triple Goddess Tarot deck. What focuses for the week? One card. So we can apply this to male or female because we do both possess divine feminine and masculine qualities within ourselves. So beautiful. But also, you know, we can utilize both of them because we do need to find balance. So if you are a male and you're looking at these cards and they seem more feminine, you can apply it, and it's just about finding the balance as far as how it relates to you. So I'm going to start off with the oracle, which is about how you need to, an affirmation for the week. This is about meditation. So with our chakra card that we found, this is the solar plexus. So the color yellow, the sun, the sign Leo, it all resonates here in our being, in our willpower. So I can already see, based off of this, we are needing to take some rest this week because there is some side of confusion that is happening with us. So with our willpower, we may feel confused about our direction. The good thing about this is that we are having a full moon on the 20th, and it is in the sign of Libra, which is going to help us to find balance. Because here, I'm just going to go ahead and break down some of these cards. Okay, we have the Four of Swords, which represents being in rest, okay? It may not be a good time because we're coming out the end of Mercury retrograde, not to make really big decisions because it's not the right timing for you yet because there's still some things that are at play that are coming about. Also, there's a lot of confusion mentally. I mean, not necessarily mentally, emotionally, because there's a lot of different things, a lot of different offers coming to us. But not all of them are good. So right now we're a little bit unclear on what's going to be good for us, what's bad. So taking a break, taking a step back to really do some type of meditation, to rest a little bit, rest your mind, to allow things to come to you naturally, okay? Because there is imbalance right now. With the Six of Pentacles being there, there is a sense of giving more to one situation than the other. However, the other is where the judgment is being held. Either the balance is in this other situation, or the balance comes by judging on this other situation. But right now, it's just being, you see where the man is looking is giving more into this other situation than the one that he's judging. So more so, how we relate this to our personal lives is taking a step back because we may be giving too much into our job, too much into our home, too much into situations or people that may not need to be getting, well, where the focus needs to be right now. So with the good thing about the full moon coming in, and it is in the sign of Libra, and we're still in the Pisces season, by taking the rest, we are going into our subconscious mind, the spiritual mind, which representative of the sign Pisces about spirituality. Okay, good thing. And then we're moving into, with the full moon being in the sign of Libra, the full moon is about release. So letting go to allow balance to occur, which is going to be beautiful. So this energy is like very correlative to the transit that is going to be happening for this week. Okay, so now back to the chakra card. So with the question of our willpower on how we move forward is really what's going to be it. So wearing yellow, eating more plants and vegetables, being out in nature are going to be helpful as far as how to become more balanced in our chakra, being around plants. In the card, it is a woman. There's a sunflower. She has her hands open, and her hands are like this. Her hands are like this. So I'm seeing this as letting go. Okay, she's not trying to grab the sunflower. She's not trying to pull it out. She's not trying to water it. She's not trying to do anything to it. She's just letting go and letting it be, letting the sun shine down on her. So I do take this as part of the step back forward. An affirmation for this week: Sun, Moon, Earth, Infinity. All that is infinity, I am thee. So this is a Siri Gayatri mantra for healing. So knowing that you are number 8. It's funny because I've been seeing 888 as of yesterday. I've been seeing a lot of numbers. So there's been a big shift, but you're starting to see the number 8. You're understanding the sign of infinity, what flows and comes. This is the primordial womb. Whatever is happening is all comes full circle. So it comes back around. So letting go is okay because guess what? That is also balance. 8. It's symmetrical. You can cut it in either way and it will still be symmetrical. So this balance. Different than how the 6 of Pentacles is showing in this card. It's not 3 on this side, 3 on this side. It's giving more here, over here, not as much, and then there's some holding for yourself. Like, let it go. That's kind of like the thing. Okay, so next card. Okay, next card for our crystals. We have Angelite, and it's a spiritual or religious community. Join with like-minded people for friendship and increase spiritual growth. So while we're taking our rest, while we are coming into this willpower, connecting with people with like-minded goals is going to be helpful to us because our friendships are because then they may be able to help you along the lines of clarity and sticking towards your path. Like if you're a healer and you know some other healers, you may want to trade some services or something to that sort. If you know someone is basically utilizing each other for the strengths that they have, because it's going to help you stay grounded, keep yourself in rest. Because I know a lot of us, with this being the 4 of Swords, is mental. So intellect, communication. So when it's saying take a rest in that area, that means your mind is going. So, and you're clouding or not with this 7 cups. You see, there's a cloud, and you're thinking of all these things that feel good to us. That are like, okay, I can do this, and I can do this, and then, but not necessarily all of them are good for you. Now, there's a tower here. There is happiness in one. There's a dragon. There's some snakes. So there are some different places that, what part of the decisions that we could make could lead us into some karmic cycles that we may need to be releasing, or some of our mindsets and things that we have learned, all of the programs that we've set to us, we may need to take a rest back so then we can identify those things and break free from some of the repetitive things that we've been doing in our lives that are causing us to remain in a cycle of imbalance. Okay. I did want to read from the book. Okay. So with Angelite, really quick. Get some extra. It says, have you been feeling lonely? This card comes to you as guidance to connect with like-minded people in a spiritual setting. Perhaps you received the inner call to attend church or temple or find a spiritual group aligned with your beliefs. This card confirms that this is the true divine guidance and encourages you to take the needed action steps. You have been receiving guidance about your spiritual path, including intuitive ideas about which communal settings would provide support and friendship. Spiritual groups are also powerful because of the energy of joint prayer, which lifts everyone up. See what I was saying about coming into trading services or having someone keep you on track. In these contexts, you're likely to receive healing insights and visions. Making friends with people who share your spiritual beliefs offers you a feeling of safety where you can easily be yourself in social settings. Studies also show that having a spiritual community is correlated with increased health and longevity. Now it's time for you to take the next step and attend the spiritual meetings as you are guided. Take that as needed. Okay. People in divine partnerships this week, it does say walk away in synergy. Okay, so walk away, which means you may need to take a break because like you're doing some self-love, self-work this week. and connect with yourself first, and then some like-minded individuals that's going to help you, because it seems like in the divine partnerships that there is still some healing that needs to take place, inner child or working out issues, but just understand that there is still synergy, that it is all aligned, that the timing is correct, that it is flowing the right way, that there is still chemistry. Everything is working out in divine timing. Just allow the timing to go away, but do not hold on to anything right now. Okay. Let's see, where am I? Okay. Now, with the tarot four elements, the guidance that we have for this week is the Queen of Fire. This card looks so beautiful, but I do want to read from the book because I love their interpretations. Queen of Fire. Okay, so the Queen of Fire, it says the Caduceus or medical staff on Hermes has already appeared in the Seven of Fire card. Now you meet the Queen of Fire, a blazing elemental being who is in the process of mastering the healing vibrations that synchronize with when all seven chakras are working in harmony and alignment. That this process is really underway is revealed by four serpents surrounding her body. The glow in her eyes make you aware of the divine electrical currents coursing through her being. When this card turns up in a reading, be more alive in the moment. Stop thinking about yesterday or tomorrow. What's going on right now in your life that's electrifying, exciting, stimulating, and energizing. You are a lightning rod for dynamic change and empowerment as a soul-infused personality. There may also be a maternal figure, a nurturing person coming into your life who has the capacity to teach you and offer inspiration. On another level, this card is a reminder that you have reached an advanced stage in order to start healing others in your family and the greater community based on the talents, expertise, skills that you have been developing. Okay, this is beautiful because as far as going within yourself, and I was saying that there's a part of our healing that we have to do that's going to clear out and give us free will. You know, with this yellow, this fire, solar plexus energy, there also is the Queen of Fire. So not only by healing, going within, and in partnership, walking away, taking a step back, then you are coming into your own healing, and what you're doing is radiating like the sun. The sun can shine light on everything. It's a little bit different than the moon. The sun shines light on all. Okay? And it can penetrate and warm and energize things. So with the solar plexus being the focus, by going within, by taking a mental rest, letting go of all these confusing things that are coming at us as far as opportunities and finding balance within, then we are going to be able to shine and energize our light outside. And not only are you starting the chain for yourself and your immediate family, but you are going to be healing others. Then that also ties into getting with your spiritual group, because like-minded, and you have the power of the collective. By all of us coming, going, doing the same thing right now for this week, we will be magnifying this healing energy, and that is going to be so amazing. Especially, like I said, coming into out of this full moon for this week, what the shift and transition is going to be with this eight, the infinity, the divine. Like, this is divine timing. So if you are called to do healing work, or you're a messenger, or you have a gift, then you're being moved into positions that are going to allow you to be able to radiate your gift outwards. So that is very, very beautiful. And the last card that I pulled, again, I will read from the book Triple Goddess Tarot. Now we have number 20, Alchemy. So on the card, there's a woman, there's growth, there's two butterflies on each side, and there is a blossom. So I'm going to read number 20, Alchemy, and we'll talk about how that relates to our total message for the week. So Alchemy, a quote: "From joy I came, for joy I live, and in thy sacred joy I shall melt again. What the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls a butterfly." So this is representative of the Judgment card. Okay, so in traditional tarot, the Judgment card depicts a man and a woman standing at a grave greeting a newly risen soul in prayer for reverence. The middle figure, met by a divine messenger or angel, is responding to the call of a trumpet to awaken. Symbolically, the two graveside figures welcome back the part of their psyche that was previously tangled in the mire of old judgments. In the previous card, the sun, signifying a heightened state of consciousness, was brought forward, aiding the human soul to rise upward and heal the wounds of the past. The liberation associated with the judgment card is even more profound, for the individual accepts responsibilities for all actions and behaviors of the past. This step on the royal road to wisdom heralds a resurrection and epiphany of the soul, wherein a new level of healing and self-love is attained. The heart-centered individual is now ready to forgive and love the self in ways not possible until the stage of maturation and growth. The judgment card marks the beginning of a life cycle whose momentum carries forward into the next card, the world. The initiate now establishes a new self. The old persona is purged and purified. Whether one has enjoyed outward success or not, this card indicates great transformation within the life of the soul, culminating in a beautiful union of the body, soul, spirit, and awakening to one's true self. The preparation involved, although ruthless at times, is necessary and appropriate. Like I said, this last week was about purging, and then about this week coming into a state of rest to find balance, and then ultimately moving into a energetic passion like the sun radiating to heal. So this is very on point. In traditional tarot, this is about this card. The judgment card symbolizes judgment day when the soul is judged by external creator. If we're responsible for our lives and able to learn the lessons of higher consciousness, however, we come to see beyond this fearful myth. On the royal road to wisdom, we have countless opportunities to weigh the pros and cons of past deeds. We have searched within, found our shadows, and sought to retrieve the treasures of our soul. Now, at this juncture, we must face the full consequences of the totality of life choices and experience. At this stage, a final cleansing must occur. Hey. And with all that has been denied or hidden must emerge, for better or worse. Indeed, the alchemy card is a wake-up call. The healing of the soul is deep and penetrating, and if the initiative is fortunate enough to have made this far, he or she will surely find solace in this time of self-reflection and purification. Self-reflection. Purifying. Purification. Okay. So on the card, the picture is a woman swaying, surrounded by white butterflies. Her robe flows in rivulets like a watery cascade, cleansing and purifying the inner altar of her heart force. She celebrates the healing of her soul. The fragrant lily, traditionally signifying the immaculate conception of the Christ, is enfolded into her robe. The tubular shape of the flower resembles the trumpet that is blown on the day of awakening. Her green body symbolizes a reconnection to the earth spirit, for this soul is highly attuned to the joy incarnation. In this Triple Goddess Tarot, the card represents a tribute to healing taking place within the individual, and as the planet as a whole, for each individual rises to the call of a higher consciousness. The planet as a whole benefits. At this stage of initiation, the disciplined seeker becomes aware of the self-identity that existed before the soul made its journey into the earthly realm. With the active work of etheric and spiritual forces, the human soul has brought many experiences forward in this lifetime and has gathered many impressions and learned many lessons. This human being takes life stories with him or her throughout the journey of many incarnations. Through countless instances of literal and metaphorical death, the human soul undergoes a metamorphosis where the totality of life up to that point is excess. The alchemy card offers the archetypal imagery to do just that. We arise, we sing, we open the hearts to the healing of ourselves and the planet. So each day we have the opportunity to look ourselves honestly in the mirror and see ourselves clearly. To live a joyous life as represented by this card, we must be committed to a destiny that advances us toward the highest goals of truth and love. Early on the road to wisdom, the Justice card number 11 taught us to adhere a cosmic order and system of judgment beyond human logic. On the everyday surface of life, circumstances and events are not always fair, making it sometimes difficult to appreciate the deeper meaning. For example, the untimely death of a loved one, the catastrophic event that takes life of many people, can have us feeling like life is simply random, cruel, and senseless. How are we to understand such occurrences? In time of hardship, the soul learns to surrender to a higher plan. It's that letting go. One that involves faith and the willingness to receive spiritual guidance and unconditional love. Religious and spiritual practices can help us through these times. The alchemy cards appear when the individual is ready to let go of futile attempts at rational understanding and merge with divine love. When we filter our life through the heart, we are most able to transcend judgment and blame. In times of change and transformation, prayer and meditation heal the soul. Here, the infinity, the meditation. Taking long walks in nature and watch a way a bird innocently sings in the morning light. Choose a plant or flowering a tree, like we said, the sunflower here. And of course, the evolution during the duration of its life cycle. Imagine yourself able to move in accordance with your own life plan with such grace and receptivity. Commit yourself to a life lived in harmony with the natural rhythms of the triple goddess, God, the creator. Your path to awakening entails this very important step. Be truthful, be honest, have the courage of your conviction. Your next step awaits you, your destiny is long to be fulfilled. You shall be free indeed when your days are not without a care, nor your nights without a want and a grief, but rather when these things girdle your life, and yet you rise above them naked and unbound. That's a quote by Khalil Gibran. Now, they do have a healing plant, and this I'm not going to read that part, but it says Easter lily. So Easter, that's very interesting because we are in the season where we're going to be approaching that holiday, which was about honoring the goddess Ostara. But I'll talk about that in our next reading for next week because we'll be closer to that energy. But overall, what I'm seeing is the theme of letting go. I'm going to move this card a little bit closer so you can see. I don't know if it's clear or not. But letting go this week, letting go of everything that's coming to you, resting, okay, so you can find balance within, okay, that balance is going to lead you to your free will, okay, it is infinite, it is divine timing, it will create a fire of passion that is going to allow you to connect with spiritual groups to allow you to be able to move into a deeper set of healing for yourself, your family, and then the collective, the world. So that is your message for the week. If you want to book a personal reading, you can send me an email at muvanature doula@gmail.com. That's MUVANATURE doula DOULA @gmail.com, or you can send me a message on my Facebook or Instagram at Muvacam MUVACAM. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if it does resonate with you or if you are with this energy. And I will see you guys next